All right, good afternoon, everybody. We're going to do a weather talk today. We're going to be talking about, well, the lack of weather on this weather talk, a lack of snowfall across the plains of Montana, and it's cold, but there's no snowfall. Right now, currently, you look outside my window, it's no snowfall to speak of. Dry. It's chilly, but no snow at all. Actually, if you look really closely on this image here, if you look really center of the screen, you can kind of see some snowdrift. Snowdrift's way out there. That was actually from our last significant snowfall event, which was that blizzard back in around November 7th, November 8th range, where we had about 16, 18 inches of snow out here and drifted like 2+ feet we had, and that was literally the last time that we had snow, and it's pretty remarkable. The stretch that we've had since then basically haven't seen a significant snow event. So, looking right now, the current conditions across the state, it's chilly. It's we've temperatures have cooled down. We've gotten away from the mild temps the past few days, but no snowfall to talk about. So current conditions, look at this on the high line. We're in single digits. It's frigid out there, man. That's nippy, right? And up Havre here, look at close to Havre, out here by Chinook, we're at 10 degrees. Your winds are gusting out of the northeast, 23 miles an hour. Wind chill -6. Very chilly conditions out here across much of the whole state, basically. Single digits, teens. A little warmer down in southwest Montana, where you're above 20 a lot of locations, but it's chilly and it's dry. So that's basically the theme. That's been for the past few days. Not windy, which is great. Right now we're currently at 15 degrees, 1 mile an hour wind. So calm wind. It's kind of nice. I prefer to have some snow on the ground because we need it, and that's what we're talking about on this weather talk is the lack of snow. And we're going to look right now at this graphic here. This is the modeled snow depth, kind of a estimation on how much snowfall or snow depth there is. And right now you can look, much of the state snow free across the plains, the high country out here in the mountains here, Bear Paws, the high woods have having hardly any snowfall on them. Conditions a little better along the northern Rockies, glacier area there. They've had some moisture and they've gotten some snowfall. The storm track has favored this area here, but southwest Montana really struggling with the snow total. Not really seeing much. And this is 2021. We're going to bounce back to last year and see if the conditions were at this time any better. And there was a little bit of improvement, especially the Bear Paws here south of Havre. There's some snow in northeast Montana. Had a few inches of snow out there. Southwest Montana was doing better last year. So, and yeah, it's been a theme the past couple winters. We're just going to drop back into 2019 and just to see. But yeah, there was a little more snowfall, quite a bit more snowfall, 2019. But yeah, this year, bounce it back. Currently, right now, there's literally, you can drive hundreds of miles. I go from Great Falls to Glasgow, or Billings to Miles City, just snow free right now. It's pretty remarkable. I lived in this area for 26, 27, 27 years, and I can't remember a stretch like this where we've had like no snowfall on the ground. And then it's interesting too, the temperatures we have right now, they're chilly, but there's just no moisture to speak of, and that's a problem, which leads us into the next segment where we're talking about, and that is the drought conditions that are starting to develop across the state. This is a look at the snow water equivalent across Montana. These are the river basins and their percent of normal, basically. So along the northern river basins, the Sun, Teton, Marias, Flathead, even the Milk, you're doing decent right now. We're right around where we need to be, which is kind of surprising for how dry it's been. And even Smith, Judith, Muscle, and Central Montana, you're at 98%. So you're doing all right. The problem is obviously in southwest Montana, Bitterroot, Upper Clark Fork, and then down Jefferson, especially the Madison. That's the worst watershed area there, water basin, and Gallatin too. You're down in the 70% percentile. You really need to be up. We need to improve those numbers. And looking ahead, I don't really see a whole lot of moisture heading your way down there. So, but this is the the snow water equivalent, basically. And these numbers here reflect basically what the current drought conditions are across the state. These are the current drought conditions, updated January 21st. And as you can see, we're getting there. A good chunk of the state is at that D0, abnormally dry. Most of the state is, actually. And we're starting to see that D1, moderate drought, show up. Even D2, severe drought showing up, especially southern Montana, southeast Montana, Powder River County, Rosewood County, Bighorn County, even Powder River County. You're seeing that red show up, that D3, which is extreme drought, starting to show up, which is not good. Up in northeast Montana too, you're up in that severe drought. Sheridan County, Daniels County, starting to report some severe drought there. Of course, when I'm at Cascade County here, we're starting to get into that moderate drought stage, and it's evident. Very dry out there, cracks and stuff in the ground. So it's becoming a problem. We'll see how this progresses. I expect this to continue to regress as the months go on, or at least the next month. But we're going to jump out of that and then look at the entire western United States. And Montana doesn't look too bad if you put that in perspective with like the southwest of the United States, down in Utah. They've gotten some snow the past couple of days. Even today in the Grand Canyon, Arizona, you're getting snowfall on the canyon floor today. So that's good news for there. This area here is not really long term going to see much improvements, and we're going to jump into this. This is the seasonal drought outlook. Basically, this is from January, from now through April 30th, and you see all the western United States, basically the southwest United States into the central Rockies, not expected to improve much. Montana looks like we'll get some improvement, hopefully. That's what they're predicting anyways. Some of the drought removal areas are likely. That area of moderate drought here across central Montana and down southwest Montana is expected to improve. We'll see if it does improve as we go on, especially into spring. Spring is going to be a big determination whether or not we're going to improve or not. If we get some heavy wet snow, that's really what we need this spring. So, but looking ahead long term, this is 8 to 14 day outlook, temperature probabilities, and this blue here is below average. Obviously the darker reds are above average. Western United States favors a cool down, favors more below average temperatures. That's for temperature wise, and then for precipitation wise probabilities, again, green is where you want to see, that's above average, and then the browns and stuff, that's below average, favors that above average. But will that translate into actually seeing snowfall? These climate prediction models aren't always right. It's just a summary, a guideline to go off of, but it's not a reflection of what actually might happen. So in order to get a real idea of what's going on, we look at some of the forecast models, and this here is just the GFS, pretty standard model, and we're not going to go into too much with the weather models and stuff right now. Eventually one of these videos we'll go dive into how these things work and the technical aspects of them, but just to keep it simple right now, we're going to use one of the most common forecast models in the GFS, Global Forecast System. And this right here is the surface temperatures. And we're going to run this just generally to have a honest view here of the continental United States. And I'm just going to run this through this week. We have a little warm up here by this middle of this week, by the end of this week across Montana. We should have some warmer Chinook winds move in, and then not seeing a major cool down. Into next week, not really seeing that. We might end up getting that around beginning of February, which is actually next week. Middle of next week, maybe we might get a Arctic cold front out of Canada there. That might drop our temperatures down. We might get some precipitation along that front, but not a huge cool down. I don't see that long term. If you're bouncing out to 14 plus days out, and you're starting to see some indications that will cool down some more, but that is really too far out. I won't even touch anything beyond pretty much 7 to 10 days. And then we're going to jump over to total snow accumulation. So I want to show you guys this here. It's basically just snow accumulation from now until however I want to just pull it out to. So basically, we're just going to run it all the way through this weekend into almost next weekend or next week, and or the next weekend. So 14 days out almost, and you can just see just a big hole. Montana there, northwest Montana glacier area, like we talked about in that snowfall map there. They have been getting snow, and they will get some more snow, but for the most part, just a big hole, and that stretches across into the Dakotas too. Just kind of missing out on a lot of stuff. That storm track to our south and then to our north, we're just missing out. We're in an area here we're just not getting those storm systems, and we're not getting the right kind of setups. So, a lot of times this year we'll get that Arctic air to come out of Canada or south, and then we'll have like a Pacific trough or system coming in, and they'll kind of combine and produce some nice snowfall amounts. And we haven't gotten that yet this year, and so, but yeah, guys, looking ahead, I'm just going to pull up just a forecast here this is from the National Weather Service for the Great Falls area, and then basically our only little chance of snow is maybe Friday. Might get some flurries or something. This is nothing, basically. No snowfall really anticipated. Nothing significant at all for quite a while. We'll see again after we get out past this 2-week stage into February, middle February. Climate models do favor that improving, but we'll see. But other than that, guys, it's been a strange winter. It's been calm. Well, as of late, it's been calm. We had those hurricane force winds earlier in January, a couple weeks ago. So now it's a completely different environment. We're looking outside there; it's just dead calm and chilly. Not any snow, no white at all, which is crazy for this time of year. Where usually this time of the year is the coldest and snowiest time of the year, really, and just to see no snow out there is pretty remarkable. Just gonna talk about if you haven't a chance, go ahead and check out the website here, conquerthestorm.com. All these weather talks I'm doing, it's something I want to continue to do. I'll try to do it like every week if we got weather to talk about, but just go ahead and check it out. This is I revamped it and everything, and here you can find pretty much storm chasing tours, weather news, and if you go on here, hasn't been a whole lot to talk about weather-wise, but I'll post local articles, national articles, and if you guys like weather and like kind of diving into some of these forecasts and some of these weather stories, go ahead and check that out. It's kind of a blog, and then also got a shop on here too. If you guys want to if you want to support me, I do offer some pretty cool prints on here, and I'll be putting up more too. But all of these here, as you see, are all for sale, and pretty much anything that I post on the page is for sale as well. So that's a cool way if you do want to, support me, support this weather talk. That's a cool way to do it. All this is done for free, and yeah, guys. And one thing else I want to talk about are storm chasing tours. Gonna be doing the local storm chase tours this year for pretty much Montana area, and that's a 1-day storm chasing adventure. It's gonna run you $200, and basically you'll go with me, or it might be me and my fiance, and you'll get a pretty sweet personal experience of some of Montana's most awesome storms. I mean, this picture here, that's Jordan, Montana. That was back in 2016 when we had like a supercell fest of about 2 weeks. We just had crazy structure, no tornadoes, but some of the structure alone is out of this world. That's called a mothership, supercell there, and you see that a lot. And last year was kind of it started out with a bang, and then just fizzled out. Early May, we saw some big hailstorms, from Judith Gap all the way to Miles City. We were chasing storms fast and furious, start the season out, and then it just fizzled. So hopefully this year will be a little more active, and should be a little more fun. So didn't do the storm chasing tours last year, kind of suspended them because of COVID and whatnot, so didn't want to mess with that kind of stuff. So but in the future, also going to be rolling out these 2022 tornado tours. So there's going to be full-on tornado tours in Tornado Alley, and you can go ahead and check those out right now. These aren't currently open. We're going to hold off on these, and we've kind of delayed them until 2022. We're going to originally do them this year, but I'm going to delay them, and we're going to offer 4 tours next year, hopefully. And yeah, if you want to go scroll through these, you kind of get an idea of what, and these are subject to change, but you can go ahead and take a peek at them and just check out what dates we're offering and everything. So I'm kind of taking this year to focus on getting some sweet footage and driving around Tornado Alley and getting some sweet shots. So I'm kind of taking that year off, kind of make sure I got all my logistics figured out and everything's squared away so we can offer the best experience for you guys. So, but yeah, that concludes our weather talk for today. Again, it's chilly. It's 15 degrees. 15 degrees, and it's no snow on the ground, guys. It's a crazy year, and we will hopefully there's some weather to talk about, because I don't know if we'll be able to do another weather talk for locally until we actually get some kind of snowfall on the ground. So I don't want to be talking about drought. I want to be talking about some snowfall. So again, it's a live look outside. Got some low clouds today, chilly, calm, beautiful, but no snow. We need the moisture, especially for agricultural purposes too. Wheat fields, a lot of the fields that are out there planted, the winter wheat and stuff. If it's exposed for long periods of time and the temperature drops cold enough, you actually can kill that wheat off. So we want to have some snow cover on those fields and allow those wheat to grow up and become fruitful this spring and summer. So, all right, guys, certainly appreciate you guys tuning in. If you another way, just gonna quickly throw that out to support me on these weather talk. This weather talk, you know, you can become a supporter of the page. On top of the page will be become a supporter button. Actually, on the bottom of this video too, there will be a button where you can become a supporter. It's just a monthly little fee that just helps me do what I'm doing, and I appreciate you guys all the support over the years. It's been an awesome project. I really want to do this more interactively. I'll probably do this eventually, start doing some of these live as well, just kind of working through the kinks and everything. So but I do appreciate you guys tuning in and supporting me over the years. It started out in 2015, I think I started the page. So yeah, just really good support. Really appreciate all the support you guys have given me over the years. You guys are awesome, and I want to do more of these talks. I really value you guys' opinion, feedback, and suggestions too. If you want to talk about certain weather topics, we'll dive into that too. And that's probably what it'll actually branch forward into. And right now, these are just kind of getting me going. So, and hopefully, we'll have some weather to talk about right in the future here. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Gonna go out there and experience no wind for the first time in a while. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. You guys have a great rest of your day.